are listening to Digital Pratik's podcast, where you're gonna learn digital marketing for free every single day. Please do give me a review if you find something interesting over here. Please do give me a review because I'll keep on learning every single day something new. I'll keep on applying that something new which I have learned in my life, and I'll keep on sharing that something new which I have learned and applied, and maybe I got some awesome results. Welcome to this another episode of Digital Marketing Podcast, where Digital Pratik is going to discuss 7 reasons why you might want to start a podcast in 2017 right now. So as of now, I'm recording this podcast episode. This is end of September 2017. So it's almost, if I'm not mistaken, it's 28th of September 2017. And I must say that podcasting is now in its golden age. With millions of people worldwide listening to podcasts, it's no wonder why there are tons of podcasts being started every single week. The listenership is growing exponentially as more and more people are discovering the beauty of acquiring information through listening to a podcast while saving time. Time is actually the beneficial part which you can hit, which is the pain point, because people actually cannot consume other forms of data like text, image, videos while they might be multitasking. All right, they have to attend something and they want to consume the data, and that is where audio form comes into picture. So podcasting is, trust me, it's in the golden age. It is already becoming an industry and a community in itself, with people gathering and connecting to learn more and more and improve their own podcast shows. So there are various reasons as to why people do podcasting, and in this episode I'm going to list down 7 reasons why you might want to start a podcast today itself. So number 1 is to solve one's problem. All right, your own problem. Some people might be faced with a dilemma, and this prompts them to try out podcasting. For example, there are those who are searching for podcasts covering a certain topic that close to their interest. Others actually don't like how certain podcasts are formatted and are looking for shows that have a certain length and could cover all the important points and not just 25-minute discussions. So instead of waiting for someone else to start that show, they solve their own problem by starting their own podcast. So that is where the number 1 reason lies into there. So these podcasters generally choose topics that are interesting to them. All right, they build their show by creating a format that would fit to their needs and to the topic they are discussing, and blah blah blah. Second reason I would mention is growing your own business. If you are running a business, most of the times entrepreneurs, branding and things like that. So entrepreneurs leverage the power of podcasting to grow their business. So I might have this reason for this particular episode or podcast which I'm doing, which is Digital Marketing Strategy Podcast. All right, so I'm leveraging that. I'm growing my business. If you find I am into digital marketing, I have been a digital marketing trainer. I have my blog digitalmarketingforfree.com, and I'm providing value over the podcast over here, because people most of the times they cannot consume the written form of text, my videos on YouTube channel. They might actually consume my audio more often when they are traveling, when they are in the car, when they are commuting to office, blah blah blah. So entrepreneurs leverage the power of podcasting to grow their businesses. Online entrepreneurs need to use various platforms to maximize their business's potential while reaching more and more customers and audience. So that is what I'm doing. I'm using Instagram, I'm using Snapchat, I'm using YouTube, I'm using LinkedIn, I'm using Twitter, Facebook, podcast and whatnot. All right, and most importantly, yes, my blog. So the internet is vast, and this is a potential that every business owner would want to utilize. Using various different platforms, one is able to reach out to different kind of people from various walks of lives across the globe. All right, so creating a podcast can be an effective medium to promote one's own products, services, or building a very solid reputation for the brand. So third reason I would talk about is reaching more audience. All right, so that would be a byproduct of growing your business. Third reason is to reach more audience. Different people consume information differently. Some like reading blogs or watching videos, while there are others like listening to radio shows while driving or working out, as I mentioned earlier. So bloggers and other social media influencers use podcasting to reach other audiences that are not on their blogs as of yet, and that is what exactly I'm doing. All right, a blog can only grow as much and reach a certain type of follower. Since the number of podcast consumers are growing and growing exponentially, it can be a good avenue to grow one's followers and reach. Now, this brings in more people to the blog by leaving links in the show notes, which I actually do in each and every episode, if you see, I have respective links with the reference to the episode, and I also have something which is digitalmarketingforfree.com, very nicely written. So if you go into all my episodes, you'll see a specific format of writing a description. All right, so this brings in more people to the blog by leaving links in the show notes, and linking one's blog and social media accounts from the podcast can be an effective way in growing the number of followers that one has. So that is what I do. I put up all the links of social media of my account inside my description every single episode. Next reason I would mention over here, which would be the fourth one, is to inspire and educate people. All right, that should be your actual goal in the back end. To motivate, to inspire people, to empower other people, to elevate other people. There's a more selfless motivation to starting your own podcast, guys, and that is to inspire more people and grow a community of like-minded individuals. Someone who is knowledgeable in ministry work might want to start a podcast about the pressures of the job and what it entails. Now, most people don't have an idea about what goes behind it. So although this has a very niche audience, this actually educates people and listeners. Now, podcasting is also a form of giving back to their followers for some podcasters. Bringing in the best guests and providing listeners with valuable content is pretty much the core reason for many of the successful podcasters and influencers. So, creating valuable content changes the lives of listeners and helps them develop and grow themselves through every single episode. All right. Fifth one I would like to mention over here on the list is to meet celebrities and influential people. Yes, oftentimes having a podcast is a good excuse to come up to people and ask them for an interview, especially if you are if you have already established yourself in the industry. So some people just want a way to meet celebrities and other influential people in order to connect with them and build lasting relationships. Now, through podcasting, one can have the opportunity to interview and connect with influencers and experts. So podcasting is a platform that allows one to meet smarter guests and learn more in the process. The best way to do is absolutely for free. If you know how to do SEO inside your iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, whatever platform you have your podcast upon, you can do SEO and you can outrank your competitors, your mentors, and then they'll be looking into you. They might come across you, you might come across them, and you might be able to beat the celebrities, your competitors, or maybe your mentors. All right. Sixth one I would mention is to build your personal brand. Now, whether you are an entrepreneur, a job employee, like whatever kind of work you're doing, if you are providing value on your name, you're building your personal brand, and that is what you should be actually doing. All right. So people don't know my actual name. Most of the times people know me by digital Pratik. So that is what my brand value is, slowly and steadily in small chunks and pieces, growing day by day, every single day in a better form. So my personal goal is always to grow a little bit about digital Pratik. It should be known for its value. So that is what the sixth reason would be, building your personal brand on podcasts. And last one on the list, which is the seventh reason, which I would mention, is obviously to market your business in voice form or audio form. Now, generally on your blog, you might have a mixture of the three top formats, which is text, images, and videos, but generally audio is not there. So a couple of people who are your audience, who are your followers, they might not be able to see, they might be blind, they might not be able to read properly. So if they have something to listen, that is a very consumable form of information. All right, so that seventh reason is to market your own business in this new format, which is an emerging information format in 2017, which is going to go very, very high in the next 5 years. So make sure you start your podcast, and these are just the 7 reasons why people do podcasts. There are still tons and tons of other reasons as to why people do so. So it can also be a very personal journey to some podcasters. For me, it's actually personal journey, because I have another podcast as well, which I'm for the first ever time mentioning on this digital marketing strategy podcast. I have another podcast as of September 2017, which is Addicted to Awesome, which is purely on motivational basis. So Addicted to Awesome podcast series is motivational podcast, which I do have. So that is also my personal journey. Now, no matter what you're feeling about starting your own podcast, it's always best to just do it. All right, don't try to be perfect. Just simply start where you can. With whatever you can. All right, so simply start and just go for it. You don't have to fully get it for the first ever time. As long as you know you are driving, opportunities will unfold along the way. So that's it for this podcast episode, guys. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Till then, take care, bye-bye, and as always, guys, stay awesome, God bless, and subscribe. Hey, wait. Before you leave, let me just tell you that please do give me a review if you find something interesting over here. Please do give me a review because that helps me rank over here and stand out from the crowd in digital marketing space, and that helps me boost my confidence in giving you and providing you as much possible as I can with the value stuff every single day to enhance my digital marketing knowledge. Alright, so I'll see you in the review section, and do give me a subscribe hit. Thank you.